Morning, everybody. Today we are at over there is the Frenchman Coulee, and then over here we have the Echo Basin, and then there's a rib right here that divides the two coulees. And we're going to hike today along the ridge and all the way down to here, and then we'll head back to the car. Yeah, normally when we come out here, it's in the spring or early summer, and it's places like full of wildflowers. But we're here in November, and seems kind of empty. Seems very very desert-like. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're also going to stop at this mine and look for some, see if we can find some opalized petrified wood. Actually, I think I'm just going to kind of pan around, give you an idea of the landscape we're in. We're on these sand dunes now. Some of the bigger sand dunes I've seen, except for I think it's the Sahara dunes in central Utah. And then I'll show it again when we get up there, but basically you can take the dunes up there to the top, or you can work your way over to there and then cut across. It doesn't look possible, but it is. Want to get this drop off here? That's pretty fun. Okay, so we made it to the top of this shelf right here that we're on, and now we just cut across to the top of the dune, and then on the trail, and then the rim. Okay, here we are with the edge. You can see our tracks down there. Oh. Okay, here's a look back down the trail we've come up so far, and the basalt columns right there. So we've made it to the diatomaceous mine area, where we get the opalized petrified wood, and we'll poke around and see what we can find, and I'll shoot some video and whatnot of the various pieces that look interesting for you guys to see. And you can see out there, this is like the country that we've come through. It's kind of rugged. Here's kind of a sample. The morning light is very harsh, but interesting piece right there. Yeah, sometimes they're like these little pockets of rocks. I don't know if people collect them and then throw them in these little piles, or what the story is. Ground in areas is very white. Almost looks like snow. Very green piece right there. Some of these, you can see the bark on them. Like this one right here. Taking my glasses, I can see. can see the inside. Let's go over here to this area where maybe people don't travel over to. May not be as picked over. Well, maybe not. This one here, I can see the rings in it. Wow. Huh. Oh, here we go. This one right here almost looks like an artichoke. Huh. Some more wood, like. Got the bark. There's some really huge pieces right here. That's about two feet long, I think. Got some rabbitbrush blooming. Probably the last wildflower I will see all year. Yeah, things are kind of picked over. We have right here. These are all mostly green. It's like our little black one right there. Just gonna kind of wander around here a little bit more, see what else we can find. We've left the mine area and collected some video of the pieces of wood and whatnot. And now we're going to head to the rim, where we'll have views for quite a while, looking down into the Echo Basin coulee. So this rock right here, where it looks like people collect the samples that come down the slope and they break them apart. Kind of like these right here, these white ones with the swirl marks in them. Okay, we're getting near the rim. Large parts of this area here, there's really no trails. You just kind of find your way through the basalt flows. And here we have this balsam root, arrowleaf balsam root, or other. It's like 7, I think it's like 5 species. And in the springtime, May, late April, early May, these things are just like covered with here's the seed heads of the flowers. They're like these bright yellow, daisy looking, almost like sunflowers. And they just cover these plants. And a botanist took and dug down and studied the roots and found the taproot on some of these can go down to about 8 feet deep. So they're very long. Now we're going to head this way toward the coulee rim. Okay, so we're on the rim, looking down into the coulee. It is quite spectacular. I don't want to get too close to the edge, but you know, kind of hold the camera on so you kind of see down there. Okay, once again, there's those points that stick out. I don't know if the shadows kind of hide what they look like, but those things, it's a long way down. Wow. Okay, let's look at the coulee out there, and then already we're coming across these climbing bolts, which really just pissed me off. These fucking climbers are litter bugs. You know, the moron who put these in, if I threw a beer can in his yard, he'd probably have a fit. But he can litter up the wilderness here with his garbage. These climbers, they put a ton of bolts into these rocks, both back there and on the other side of the rim that we'll see later on. Just annoys me. Just the disrespect. Okay, so yeah, so here we are. These we're on this edge here, but it's very very rubbly and loose looking. And you can see there's a waterfall from a spring, but there's a big pit down there in the bottom. I guess leftovers from the Ice Age floods that formed these canyons, these coulees. I think this is the highest point on the coulee rim. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Had to climb to get to the top of this point right here. We're gonna take a quick break and then eventually head over there. Okay, we made our way down through these cliffs. It took some doing, but it's a very narrow path to get down through there. It takes a bit to find it. We'll go over there in a little bit. Just a short walk. We're over here to the, oh wow, that really drops off. Okay, you can see the Frenchman Coulee out there. That's the other one. The two coulees are divided by this rib right here. So, look at that. Oh. I'd like to try to capture this. You've got the Echo Basin Coulee right there, and like I said, you just a short walk right there to that edge right there, and you can look down into the Frenchman Coulee. So I really like this area. These two coulees, we've hiked here quite a bit over the years, and it's one of my favorite places. Never disappoints, and the geology is like just fascinating, and yeah, just how these canyons were formed, or these coulees were formed, is pretty impressive. Okay, we came across these flowers right here, and you know, it's like the middle of November, and they're totally unexpected. One's got kind of a red ring on the center. That one there. More there. They've kind of these lance-shaped leaves. I'll have to identify those when I get home. Okay, I've seen the columns and these views we've seen along this rim, but you can see we're actually standing on tops of these columns, these basalt columns. Oh, they're like giant stepping stones. Oh. Sometimes you can see down through them. In this case, no. Oh, look at those chains right there. Ah, it pisses me off. Okay. Not gonna go there. Beautiful spot, marred by chains. Yeah, look at these columns here. They're really leaning toward the floor of the coulee there. Wow. So letting the camera run here so you guys can see the edge of this thing we're walking along. It's another put-in point by the climbers. Of course, we have these signs here to encourage them. Third gully, Frenchman Coulee climber something. Huh. Anyway, I don't know if this is undercut. Probably is, so I'm not going to get too close. They call this Echo Basin, but that sign I looked at referred to it as Frenchman Coulee, so maybe they consider both coulees as Frenchman Coulee. I don't know. It's a state park. I know that. Look at that right there. We just kind of move. So you can see, yeah, at some point those will probably tip over. Huh. See what's on the other side of this thing here. Reach out there, give you guys a look. All right. Okay, we just scramble over that whole area right there. It's just these boulders, large rocks. Oh, man, it's a lot of work. I think we're more on a trail more or less now, so that's good. So we're nearing perhaps the end, I think, and so you can see we're way past the end of the coulee down there to the left. The last part of this trail is like loose. It's really nasty. It is like the worst trail I've been on in quite some time. It is just treacherous, and you can see kind of cuts across this scree field and goes up through there. It's just really loose. Yeah, I initially hiked to the top of that thing, to the edge, trying to see if there's a way down, and there isn't a way down. That's why we had to take the trail there. Okay guys, well, I'm gonna wrap this up. It was a great hiking around the rim of the Frenchman Coulee, Echo Basin, and I ended up injuring my knee. That made it painful coming back down, especially in the last part of that trail. It was just like treacherous, but it was worth the hike, as always. If you guys like this video, give it a like. Otherwise, share and subscribe. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I will see you next time.